Today I'll talk about master production schedule. It is part of my series of lectures on operations management. Master production schedule is a master level or top level schedule, a medium term production plan indicating the start of manufacturing of a particular quantity of a product or of a component. This is a master production schedule. We start from the due date for delivery of final product and we offset in a reverse direction in time dimension. So if this is the time taken for assembly and this is the time taken to manufacture part A, and part A is produced on machine 1 at this point of time, on machine 2 at this point of time, on machine 3 at this point of time, and machine 4 on at this point of time. And part B is manufactured in this duration of time, and these are the machines which are used to produce the part B, and both these parts are assembled, and this is the time taken for assembly. So this is a master production schedule. It is noteworthy here that at this point of time, machine 2 is used to manufacture both the part A and part B. Hence, there is machine conflict, or we need two different machines for doing the task. So master production schedule translates aggregate plan into specific end items. So this is the aggregate production plan. There is my separate lecture on aggregate production plan, and the MPS or master production schedule translate this aggregate production plan into specific end items, and the output of MPS is used in formulation of material requirement plan. I have a separate lecture on material requirement plan. So what are the advantages of master production schedule? It helps in formation of material requirements planning. It helps in identification of capacity requirement. It helps to identify machine requirement conflict, as we have seen in our previous example, and it helps in evaluating the alternate schedules. So what are the input and outputs of master production schedule? Input of MPS include customer order, sales forecast, organization's capacity, manufacturing lead time, sales and operations production plan. So these are the inputs which are required to formulate the master production schedule. And what are the outputs of MPS? Outputs include item name and code, quantity of that item to be produced, the time of production, and the capacity required in terms of manpower requirement and machine requirement. This is the example I have taken from this site of a master production schedule. This is the time dimension in weeks, and this is the forecast. These are the actual orders, and this is inventory, and this is the quantity available to promise. This is another example I have taken from this source. It indicates capacity requirement for product A and product B. These are the machines A and B required. So finally, to summarize, to formulate the master production schedule, we need customer order data, sales forecast data, firm's capacity data, sales and operations production plan. And in my next lecture, I will describe the material requirement planning. And for that, we need these three things: bill of material, MPS, and inventory data. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.